there seems to be some trend going around right now with 60 card bricks, and I can tell you that I am no expert on how to play these things. And my previous discussion with these, I was making the joke, you know, my teammate is the one that, if he's going to put together Lightsworn, I literally leave everything to him for him to do so. And that man is a brick whisperer. I feel like anybody that can successfully play 60 card anything is literally a brick whisperer, because just the amount of bad inconsistencies that tend to come with playing these sort of decks, it's definitely very, very high. Brick capabilities and things like that. Like, Robbie, what are you talking about? ITT, Robbie can't play a fucking brick, but we still got to talk about it because this is a regional top 8 deck list. So, what is up, YouTube? MCO40 here. My boy, Callum Scott. Now, those of you probably don't have any idea who the hell Callum Scott is. Callum is from Australia. He was traveling the world actually earlier this year. Seeing the States, going through one of those life journeys and experiencing different places, you know, from Canada to the United States, to more of, you know, his own country down in Australia. And met him at YCS Pittsburgh this year for the second time. I've known him for years, talked to him. Very excellent guy. One of the coolest people I've actually met. And for him to pass me his deck list and get the chance to review it for you guys, definitely, actually, I'm extremely happy to see Callum back, because I thought he was going to quit the game just a little bit more than just take a break. But it's really cool to see his return. So, you guys know, you're always wondering, oh, well, you know, what happens when good people quit the game? Well, you get sad. It happens. So, Fox helped me get this deck profile ready for you guys. So, as always, shout out to him. And Callum finished, I believe it was second at his regional, which is extremely amazing. Now, let's get into the deck profile here. Then I want to talk about a few particular things, because as like 60 cards, I always like to question some card choices, because it's a brick. The deck should be bricking, but it tends not to be that way a lot of the times, the people that master these things. So, triple Ash Blossom, triple Fairy Tale Snow, 2 Ghost Ogi, triple Ghost Reaper, of course, 1 Goblinberg, 1 Goizuki, 1,000 Blades, triple Lonefire, 1 Maxi, triple Mizuki, 1 Draclon, 1 Darling Cobra, triple Orthrace Scorpio, triple Gamma, 2 Raiden, triple Shiranui Solitaire, 1 Spirit Master, 2 Unizombie, triple Wolf, 1 Garnet, 1 Driver, triple Brilliant Fusion, triple Charge, 1 Foolish, triple Left Arm Offering, triple Pot of Desires, 1 Raigeki, 1 Soul Charge, 1 That Grass Looks Greener, 2 Twin Twisters, the extra deck, 1 Dragon Buster, 1 Seraph Knight, 1 Black Rose, only 2 Omega, 1 Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, MX Saber Invoker, Minerva, of course, Utopia, Baguski the Little Titty Bear, Utopia, Tornado Dragon, Decode Mrs. Radiant, and Double Helix. And then the side deck, 1 Ghost Ogre, 1 Makaba, 1 Dweller, 1 Dark Hole, triple Anti-Spell Fragrance, 2 D-Barrier, triple Evenly Matched, 1 Pure Order, and 2 Solemn Scolding. Alright. I do want to point out a lot of his numbers are a little bit different from the list that we see in Top Prog. Prog was playing 2 Orthopedico Scorpio, or Oprius, however you want to pronounce it. He's playing, that Duelist was playing 2. He's playing 3. And I was talking about earlier that I feel like the maximization of some of these numbers to ensure that we get there, it's extremely good. But I mean, it's literally the same thing of Lone Fire into Scorpio is pretty much the same achievable number as just playing, you know, the 6 copies to hard draw it and guarantee you that we get it. This build is also playing triple Wolf as opposed to 2. And when I say that, you have to understand that hard drawing certain bricks is bad. It's risk versus reward. And that's one of the more interesting things about the 60 card variants of these decks, is its risk versus reward, literally for 90% of your matchups. If you hard draw the wolf, well, you're not playing solo recharge, so it's kind of dead. It just gives you another card to just left arm offering away. But I definitely like the risk versus rewards. Still that mentality of 1 garnet across all the tops. It sucks if you draw it. You know, sometimes life just happens, and it's very unfortunate. There's literally nothing you can do about it. But still, 1 of City here. Interesting note of the Macabre in the side. It's interesting to see that he feels that he doesn't need the Macabre until games 2 and 3. Obviously, I believe the Dragon Buster and the Double Helix are much more threatful, we'll go with as my terminology here. Just considering the way that things initially set up, this is pretty much mandatory. But he did make room. I guess Triple Omega never really came up. I guess if you're main decking Winter Jerry's, you can take the L and sacrifice 1 of your slots for something like a Dragon Buster, because honestly, how consistently does Triple Omega actually come up in the deck build? Also interesting to see that Dweller got moved to the side deck as well. It's probably typical rotations where these would be rotating in and out depending on the matchups. You know, if he's playing against fucking Spirals, you just kick out Dragon Buster, bring in Dweller. You know, literally, we did it. Outside of that, the typical ratios are looking fine. I'm not sure how people feel about just the main decking of the double Ghost Ogre, but I mean, you've got Reaper compensating for the loss of the Ogre, so there's nothing too spicy there. Outside of that, literally, the main deck looks as standard as you're going to probably get in today's format. You know, with the side deck, you still get your typical side slot options. Evenly matched is definitely important. Actually, there is no Kaiju engine in the main deck. I just noticed that. Interesting to note. Well, I mean, if the deck is performing on the way that the deck needs to perform, you really don't give too much of a fucking shit what happens. You know, especially with Kaijus, but the Kaijus might be something you might want to consider kicking out D-barriers, possibly adjusting things for. But Callum definitely focused more on the advantages of the Winter Cherry engine over probably some of the more interesting choices that you could, I want to say, unravel with this deck. So, much like any 60 card brick, let's test the Robbie Cole failsafe. Shuffle this thing up 5 times and just cry. Oh well. Anytime I see Solitaire, I know we're getting somewhere. Also, the fact that we open Gamma. Now, it sucks that if you open Gamma and you don't have another initial starter, like Brilliant Fusion or Grass, try to bait, I feel like this card can become a little bit weaker. Also, you can just use this to blow out your opponent on their turn. Gamma, as I said in my earlier video, Gamma's just weird. It counterpicks the counterpick that can also negate other stuff. It's honestly better than a lot of the current hand traps that we have floating around today's metagame. Oh, cool, Lone Fire Blossom, but we open the Brilliant. I'd probably Lone Fire, Scorpio, discard the Brilliant to deck thin more. It's also not like we don't have Soul Charge. It's also pretty interesting to note that MX Saber Invoker is his rank 3. Also, I believe if we need to, Scorpio is dark. Yeah, so we can't go into Mrs. Radiant. I blinked there for a second. But, yeah, that last particular hand was really fucking good. Lone Fire in the opening hand is not bad, but you can Lone Fire, grab your Brilliant, set up your initial plays from there, and just kind of do your thing. You'll end up, what, Double Omega? Opening Spirit Master Mizugi sucks. Charge Mills, Trick Clown, and Ghost Ogre. Alright, I can fuck with that. Scorpio, oh god, Scorpio normal summon. Discard Mizugi. Start loading up from there, grab Brilliant Fusion. Yeah, probably your most optimal setup, honestly. I don't know. Sometimes 60 card brick. Oh, no. Cry every time. Scorpio. I should probably hold the Scorpio, just Brilliant Fusion my life away. This hand's not so spicy. But anyway, yeah, Callum finished second at the Australian Regional. If you guys have any comments, please share them down below. Definitely very interesting take on the Lightsworn variant. Definitely a little bit more bricky of an engine included in the main deck, but you know, definitely gets him here. So Callum, once again, sir, congratulations. Pleasure to hear about your successes again, sir. And guys, that's all I've got for you guys. Until next time, later, duelist. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.